Alright, saying I'll be live. Alright. Go ahead and open up now. I'll go for sure.
Yeah. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, and all double honors to the apostle and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutation to the Akim all across the globe that pushes the word of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, in all truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Right, there's two brothers from the GMS that East Camp. Right, my name is Yaraba.
What?
Right, you see that, you start off with that scripture and see how the spirit go. This was on my mind sometime shortly. Um, so this is Matthew. It's Matthew 26. I'll read verse 41, right?
Good.
Say, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. Say, the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Good.
Right? And I was something was upon then. It just happened randomly sometimes. So it's like, for example, the apostles say, to make sure and do your 3 videos a week. No, it have reasons why they tell you to do these things. It's not just like they want to be on men, but actually it's to help you.
Good.
And to actually help the ministry also. Like, for example, you'll see that may not even, that was even a stumbling block onto them, because some men like to have the mindset that the scriptures didn't say that I have to do 3 videos a week. But that is not really a mindset to be in.
Good.
Because really and truly, if men believe that the apostles is actually getting inspiration from the Most High to guide you accordingly, you understand, and you gotta use wisdom when they actually tell you to do things.
Good.
You can't just want to tell yourself, I don't have to do that because the Bible doesn't say I have to do that.
Good. Can
You understand? You gotta use wisdom.
because that could
Because
be Salak, yeah. Go ahead.
You're good. Not
So
good.
what I was saying now is that that could be direct orders from the Most High. Because then too. Now I fall victim to that, to be honest with you. Because that is really to keep your spirit in our order.
Yeah.
Doing the 3 videos a week, because first to begin with, to be doing the videos, you have to study. You have to be reading. You have to be researching. So all of these things is will get your spirit in the right order to do these to be good, to be on that level of being a watchman.
Yeah.
But I see, and that beauty that so that and
Mm-hmm.
really and truly that this is a beautiful precept that you brought out. Because the spirit willing, but the flesh weak, and sometimes we just all fall under that. Because at the end of the day, the scriptures still had to play off. The scriptures still had to play out. But really and truly, that is why the scriptures say to examine yourself as well. So when you as a man in the ministry, when you realize your spirit will tell you, you'll be like, hey, you know what? I have to go on a fast and pray away, to get your spirit in order, to follow these orders, to follow the apostles, the decree that the apostles make. You have to examine yourself now to really be in the right spirit to do these things. You know, and if you're not in the right spirit, if you're not examining yourself, then that is a serious thing. You know?
Um, for example, like if you watch it this way, right? This is a time of prophecy. That's why even now, more than before, prophecy had to come out.
Good.
You understand? You gotta preach prophecy. You gotta understand prophecy. You gotta know what it is you're preaching. Not only to teach to the listeners, but to build your own faith.
Good.
You understand? Just like I talked about, you say the spirit is willing because men are sometimes be willing to do these things, but the flesh is weak. It's
Good.
sometimes how you're stumbling and caught up in things you shouldn't be. Yeah, so I telling you, big man thing, when it's time to do some foolishness, I always have energy.
Yeah.
Then I start thinking about that video, I just feel sleepy.
Hmm.
Anytime I start thinking about that video, I feel sleepy. Because you know that is just simple stumbling blocks. To the spirit are real over.
Good.
It says, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Good.
So yes, right, you gotta build yourself, always things like fasting and praying, humility,
Good.
compliance. There's be a big thing. You have a lot of men that's fall out because of non-compliance. Because they want to tell yourself, I don't have to do this, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to do that.
Can
But it's
because
not just about, well,
oh gosh, I only cut in your axle. Okay. It's just
nah, good.
it has so much thing running through my mind now, boy, because sometimes
Mm,
a man what has caused that to a man will say by he going out every week in camp. You know, so you don't have to do these things.
done.
You know, and before you know it, it's because you're not in the spirit, you know, and you fall off. You know, because you're saying you're going out to camp and that is enough. So you don't have to do these things with the apostle saying, you know. And next thing too, that I was studying, before we even started the live, you know, when we were trying to connect and thing, I was studying you, right? And what about you? I was studying is that how you just reach out to brothers now, but because I read any WhatsApp message, we're put out now with any brother who want to do the video now, you know, and I say in a way
Mm,
where I say, yo, that 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 drive or that love, you know, we're trying to. I see it as a help now, boy, as a booster for our brother spirit,
um,
you know. So I was just meditating on that now, boy.
you talk about iron sharpened iron,
Can,
remember, as in the flesh, sometimes not even other brothers might feel to do video sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't always be in the spirit to do a video. Yeah, somebody from another brother will be like, hey, I want to do a video. You understand? Sometimes he does need that help from a brother.
can.
Now I talk about one to him that is alone.
Hmm,
It'll
can.
be more difficult from that way that the apostles and big elders is always talk about men who by themselves in certain areas and still pushing because
Mm-hmm.
it's more difficult for them.
Can,
So when you can actually be by yourself and you keep that drive constantly, you understand that does take a lot of discipline and it take a strong spirit.
mm-hmm.
Because when you're by yourself, you start to get a lot of difficult. You just say, boy, this week I tired, boy, my foot hurting, man. All kind of excuses you'll make up, and then eventually you'll stop going out.
Can.
Because the Lord will see that you're undisciplined, and you might take that spirit from you.
You know what? It had a, I catch but you really have to examine yourself, you know. I catch myself, and you see, is that it'll be before I even say it, it'll be a beautiful thing when you realize it, when you understand it, when you examine yourself now, way, when you actually
Um,
know, well, hey, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, or you're not putting out how much you're supposed to put out, right? And what I mean by this is like I on work, right? And I watch a video with the elders, right? But it was one
um,
video. But I catch myself watching multiple videos on something that doesn't even matter, boy. You know, something that
Yes, have fun.
not even going and boost my spirit, boy. And I was like, wait, but I say, hey, all this time I spend watching videos that don't even matter and
And
only
time
watch,
flying, like,
yeah, yeah, and I only watch one video with the elders, boy. You know, so right there, I examine myself now, but I say, hey, you have to get yourself in order, boy. You know, so that, as I say, that'll be a beautiful thing when you realize it, when it's early, you know.
um, I'll be second.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Lake 2 Timothy 2 verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
It says, study to show thyself approved unto power, right? Study to
Yeah,
show thyself approved unto power, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Okay, so you talk about studying to show yourself approved. Because I was watching a video even before we start this with brothers from GMS London Central, right?
yeah,
Right, one of the personal pages, and I was talking about the doctrine and how it's important to actually know these things and to break down the doctrine the correct way.
yeah,
You understand? All these things is help your spirit to grow, to build your faith, and to help you educate others.
can,
You understand? We touch on a few things, but always go back to studying to show yourself approved.
can,
And how we just study, we don't always have brothers to sit and teach us face to face.
can,
We just do it through watching videos on YouTube. And when we learn it, we just do videos to teach others also.
can,
And it's a study to show thyself approved unto power, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. They see how they talk about in Daniel, they say, some shall awake from the dust, some to everlasting life, and some to everlasting shame and contempt.
can,
And that is not something that we're looking forward to. We don't want to be shameful here or on the next side.
can.
You hear everything I say, right?
Yeah, 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 good.
And I was making sure on my side, and my voice will break up a little bit.
Or when you finish, break down with the precept, I will read it over for me because it have something where a lot of men does miss, right? So when I finish, I will just read over the precept from my Babkusha.
Either way, do so. All right. It says, study to show thyself approved unto power.
Right. And that is the part where people does miss. Study to show yourself approved unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and not to other men. You know, because that's the most important thing. Because a man will try to impress brothers, or impress people all day. Instead of studying to show yourself approved unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. That's the most important thing, showing he that you're worthy. And not other brothers or not other people.
He don't take normal show of thing and glam.
Exactly. So that is a part what brothers, what some people has missed. Study to show yourself approved unto Yahweh, why Yahweh shy. Because at the end of the day, you have to work out your own salvation. And how you doing that? With Yahweh, why Yahweh shy. So you have to study and see all that is a part of being sincere too. If you're sincere, you're not going and do that, no matter what. You're not going and study to show yourself approved, or you're not going and examine yourself. You know?
If you're not sincere in
If
your hand,
that was saying, if you're not sincere, you're not going to do that. You wouldn't study yourself, you wouldn't study the things that you're doing or you're not doing.
um, so that they know.
Yeah, ain't it?
Hmm. And, I'll finish that. I'll finish that scripture.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead when I get it. I'm looking for a precept here, boy.
I went after my thing there was in time. It's a study to show thyself approved unto power,
Mm-hmm.
a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightfully dividing the word of truth.
Yeah, because sometime, like you say, for instance, if you're in studying, you got certain things you can't answer. So, what if you're outside in
Um,
camp, right? And somebody asks a question and you can't answer? Or let me say, let go deeper than that. Let me say somebody asks a question and nobody in the camp can answer.
uh,
You understand? So that's why you really have to study to show yourself approved. You understand? So you ain't gonna be shame for yourself. You ain't gonna be shame. You ain't gonna be
okay,
shame
so
if somebody try to confound you. You know, go ahead.
um, because that is something that, because embarrassing it is for some Ethiopian unorthodox
Mm-hmm. But
to come up and shave you.
but it don't even it don't even have to be that big. Next thing, you know it's what Jehovah Witness to come up and confirm you.
Yeah, that is
After being way
hide
past that,
yourself, eh? Hide
that is why you
yourself
see
and
we
now
always
rockers of the
that is why we you see repetition is key too. We always have to be going over. No matter where you learn, always going over to keep it in your thoughts, keep it in your spirit then. So you know it by heart, just like
term.
singing a song. You know, because this is a song we singing here. We pipe in a tune. So we have to
That
rehearse.
piece of thing.
Go ahead.
So there's Galatians 3, I'll start from 8, right? It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. Right? Because that what has happened when you invest in most of your time in things that profit in the flesh and not the spirit.
Mm.
The scriptures talk about you say where a man's treasure is, there his heart shall be also.
Gun.
You understand? Right. Shall reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting.
Hmm.
And why did us talk about things like balance? It's true you had to do things in the world. You had to work, you had to get money to take care of certain things. You might go watch a movie, it has happened. You has had to know to balance these things.
Gun.
You gotta make sure you know that you make the same way you make time for yourself. You make time for your woman. You gotta make time for your master.
Gun. Gun.
You understand? Because you're a servant. You want to make time for everything else. And when it's time for the Lord, you're tired or you're this or you're busy, then she will fuck you up. He's not that kind of boss. You understand?
Gun.
He don't take sad stories and them kind of speed talk.
Gun. Yeah, because another real good point to bring up there because you see you could lie to your carnal boss, you know,
Exactly.
but you can't lie to he. You know, taking no bullshit. Before I even try to justify, you already know what is going on. You know, because I might put it in the thoughts where, I do so on a real tired today and I can't do this and I can't, you understand?
Yeah.
You already know that. You know, so you
You're
can,
deceiving yourself so good you are not believing it.
exactly, you can't bullshit he. You know, I'm a precept
You
for you
see,
when
the
you're
thing
done.
is different about it. That's not it. Let's say
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
quick, eh? The thing about it with a carnal boss. A carnal boss could only fire.
can.
With the most it's not just about getting fired.
Yo, that different kind of fire, eh?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Um, the Romans 12 verse 1, right? It says, I beseech you,
Mm.
therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. So eventually,
Done.
we have to present the bodies as a living sacrifice. You see, we have to put your house first. We have to put the truth first. You know, despite what we have to do, because the rest of things don't matter. You know? As I say before, is our
Can,
balance. You know, but it all starts with he, with your house shy. It all starts with this truth that we start with, because just like with the precept say that we reasonable service. You know, that's somewhere we have to
they
do.
talk about it, say like a person will say seek ye first the kingdom.
Can and everything else will be added onto you. So that way we have to do first. That we have, yo, we have to make we have to present everybody that a living sacrifice. We have to go all out for this thing.
Can,
You know, and as I said before, it'll be a beautiful thing when you actually examine yourself and know what it is you're supposed to do and know when you have to go on a fast and pray to get yourself right. You know, it's a
can,
beautiful thing because that way that's boiled long toward the end of the day. If you're not examining yourself, then you would know if you're going off or when you're going off.
and that is grace by itself.
Can,
Okay, the scriptures talk about those who conscience near with a hot iron.
can, can.
That
Know
that
that?
men who does examine themselves and in them head the right.
Hmm.
You
Can.
understand? So
And
Marina the questions. Good.
your spirit does tell you too. Your spirit does tell you when you need to do certain things, when you need to go on a fast and pray. Your spirit does cry out for that. Just like when you're hungry.
But our priest that's
Just like when you're hungry. You know, your spirit does cry out for that. It does tell you.
um our priest that say something particular that I talk about let's say if anything something like something wrong,
Mm.
he will reveal it onto the
Can.
I get the bar use that precept already, but I don't remember it. I read this on Galatians 6 verse 9. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah, I hear you. Can.
Right, it say, and let us not be weary in well doing,
Can.
for in due season we shall reap
Hmm.
if we faint not.
Can.
Right? So really and truly, even though it's be a little tough to keep at it sometimes. Scriptures talk about being wary of well doing. Already and truly it's easy to be wary when you're going through affliction. You understand? You don't feel to do nothing.
But as I say, you see, if you're sincere, you wouldn't have a problem. You wouldn't have a problem doing it if you're sincere.
No, but yeah. But that depends on a brother's level of strength also. Just like for example when Joe was going through tribulation, Joe was just saying that when he ground crying. You understand? It has high levels to affliction.
Can.
And everybody has had the same strength.
Can. Yo, the
But the
most
scriptures talk about like trying to endure through it.
can yo the most I was really deal with balance, because that now bring me back to iron sharpened iron, you know. So it's a
Yeah,
balance. Go ahead, Ak.
same thing. And then I'll go back to say I was saying before about to talk about water them alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you're by yourself, you don't have that kind of that kind of brotherly reproof.
Can.
So something made have a brother literally are wrong. You have to see where you're falling to tell you you're going to knock that off.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll read verse 10. Right? Galatians 6 verse 10. It say, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
Hmm.
Yeah, am I right?
Yeah, you good. I'm looking for a
Yeah,
precept.
you want to say that now?
Just read it over and ask Babu Kusha.
Yeah, read over to make sure. I don't know if there's something wrong with my thing here. It say, as we have therefore opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
let us do good unto all men,
Can.
especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
Can. Those and who's that? Daddy church, daddy Akiam, you know?
Can,
Daddy Akiam. Do well unto them. You know, be there for our brother. Because if
can,
you and that next thing too, if you in the right spirit, if you examining yourself and you're studying and you in the right spirit, you will know when our brother going off or when our brother weak. So you'll know
can,
through the spirit to strengthen our brother. So that says a balance. Is a balance with the most high. You know, he just set it up proper now, boy. Perfect.
can.
You know, that beautiful thing,
I'm not,
boy.
I'm not supposed to have that kind of king spirit. Say, am I my brother's keeper?
uh,
You're not supposed to think like that. You understand? You are your brother's keeper.
can. You know, him supposed to question, you
Okay,
know?
see, he was trying to justify wickedness.
Exactly. Yo, yo, and that justification was real awful.
God,
Wicked,
you
you know?
fuck him up and then talking about how I supposed to
Yeah.
know he
I
is.
supposed to know? That wicked way.
I see all them things are written as examples. As I like to say, I just learn a lot from tutors. You mightn't learn from them in terms of like scriptural breakdowns and you know what the most are require. But when you're actually in the truth and you learn certain things and you
Can,
watch them, you could learn a lot from them.
can,
You
can,
understand? You could by watching them, you could learn a lot of what not to do.
can.
I just see tutors sit down and lie to themselves. And they be them lying so good they are not believing it.
It's not that the line so good. The line so much. You understand? That they believe in the lies.
Okay, you can see the passion in the eyes when they're lying and deceiving themselves. You know?
Uh,
You can literally see like a glitter.
good.
And these are things, remember, if we talk about the scriptures, say, um, they, they were made as an example. I have one like that in Jude, like with Sodom and Gomorrah was set forth as an example.
Yeah, yeah. Can,
Yes, and even them today, as you see them being wicked, them as examples unto the righteous.
can,
You
can. I
understand? For you
appreciate
to
you
actually watch them
when
and
you
know.
done.
But
You could actually watch them and really take them example as example because when you see just like when you see when you're out in camp and you see these bugged out jakes, you have to use them example, yo. I don't want to be like them, boy. So that why you'll do what it takes not to be like that.
um,
You know? I'm happy yourself here.
good.
There's First Corinthians 5th chapter 15, verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know
Um,
that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. You know, and
um,
we have the faith that we will be delivered out of this place, you know, and we will be the rulers in we kingdom, you know. That's why we always pushing. Because we had our faith, we believe Yahweh Hashem Yoshai will deliver you from out here, from in this wicked kingdom. You know? So that is why we had to be steadfast, you know, unmovable, we had to be sound, you know?
build yourself. Talk about like building your house on a rock.
Can, you know, and as the precept here, always abounding in the work of the Lord. So it's a constant thing we call majority of the times men will be reading the scriptures, but they're not living it, you know? So you always had to be abounding in the work of the Lord. How is that? You have to be living the scriptures, right? You know?
And I'll see that piece of it.
Can. To go with the precept, huh?
I can read that one. Read the next one.
Mm-hmm.
It's today 1 Timothy 4 verse 1. Right, so now the Spirit speaketh expressively, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith. Right? Some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Can.
You understand? Because if I repenting men who fall off, why? Because they couldn't handle the temptations of the flesh.
Can.
They end up going after strange women, these other doctrines
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and these
Mm-hmm.
self-preference beliefs that they like to go behind.
Can.
Not actually studying the word how it's supposed to be done, but how they would like it to be.
Can.
Right? And that has been a stumbling block to many. They had a neglect spirit.
And not only that, but they also weak. You know, spiritually
Right?
and mentally they're weak. You know, because with the scripture say in Matthew, you know, to endure. Matter of fact, that's not. Yeah, they Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. You know, so
Um,
how you had to endure, how you would endure. Being in the scriptures. We
um,
supposed to know that affliction. You supposed to, a matter of fact, it'll be sometimes it'll be tough, but you when you get afflicted, you supposed to be glad by because the most I dealing with you. If
um,
everything too good for you here and you're too comfortable, you have to check yourself. You know? But those who
if
endure
I
till
could
the
say, when
end
you look at
shall
it,
be saved.
um, if you finish, yeah, I
Yeah,
continue.
you got that.
Yeah, I was going to say that also goes back to just simply the Most High showing you that mercy.
Can.
Because really and truly, everybody has had a weak points. Yeah, so even Yahushua himself had his weak points at times. Yeah, saying that they say, why has thou forsaken me?
Can.
Yeah, and everybody has had a weak points in this flesh. But ultimately, it boils down to the ones that the Lord will actually preserve until the end.
Can.
If a man fall out, we know through the Spirit.
It
The
was to
Lord
happen
just
that
didn't
way.
preserve him.
Can.
Right? You see, there's 1 Timothy 4, I'll read verse 2.
Can.
It says, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience snared with a hot iron.
Hmm.
You understand? So they'll start to go off and be wicked, and they not even realizing the wickedness that they're
Yep.
doing.
Can.
You understand? The conscience snared.
Mm-hmm.
It's a forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats which power had created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they will start to go things, they start to go against things
Mm-hmm.
that the scripture says you're supposed to do. They start to talk about deep breakdowns, not important. You understand? And start talking a whole set of crap. I see one of the apostles to do a video some time ago talking about the apostles at GMS and some shit. I forget what the video entitled. So you going out on the streets to teach that shit.
Hmm.
Out of all the things you could edify, even if you think a man wrong and you want to say, well, you want to teach the correct thing, go out on the streets and do that. That is what you're going to give a full breakdown on the streets about. Full breakdown.
Them bugged out, boy, and they focus on the things. You see, them may not fall out and going against the apostles. First the conscience sneer, right?
Yeah, they're not even realizing that what they're doing off.
Exactly, because that is same, it's the same people you learn from, you know, and they're not even realizing
Like
that.
I say, even if you think that well something the teach was going off, why not just go and teach what it is you believe?
Can
Why go and give a full breakdown and say that them off and blah 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 blah?
or even self, we supposed to be dealing like men, right? Call whoever it is and say, well, you know what? I don't understand this, or show me what it is you mean. Show me, break it down for me now. Where I could understand, you know. But a
That's
man
what
rather
everything.
go
If if
blast
if
this and
if they
blast.
would go to that extent, I guess they had no understanding in the midst.
God, God. But you go in the streets and give a full breakdown of that. That don't make no sense. Because it know, number one, you will me edify no. Then two, the most I set it up that way because all who follow in that order, they had to get. I guess it's destruction. They had to. They just mark for that. You know.
I understood that you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
I say like the most I set it up so. You know. So whoever they mislead, they had to pay for that, and also the ones that is being misled, they was to be misled.
Um,
You know. So everything go hand in hand.
um, that was just their luck.
Can.
They know precepts, so you're good.
Yeah, have a precept here.
After you read that one, you'll close off.
Alright, can. The Hebrews chapter and watch it. I holding a precept here, but the page end up just blowing over now way. And I land on this precept here. The Hebrews um 13 verse 9. It said, be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. You understand? And that is almost and that's what we now talking about it.
You mean read like a precept in there?
You know? Because they're
A
going
precept
against
comes
the
in my
apostles.
head.
They're going against the apostles with their strange doctrines. Yo, the scriptures don't lie. No? It have everything in the scriptures here. That is why I have to read. Well, this was just for your example, right? Go ahead.
Should I? I
You
ain't
go.
last thing that's saying.
No, I said that all these scriptures. That's why we have to go. We have to read. You understand? We have to read because everything in this book.
I could also say too, that is why you also had to be diligent in it.
Can.
That is, though not every brother would have the same level of diligence, just like the apostles always say.
Mm-hmm.
Not every brother got the same level of diligence. Because it says some were set forth as apostles, some prophets, and so forth and so forth.
Can.
Not every brother would have the same strength, the same level of breakdowns,
Mm-hmm.
all these different things, but you had to try to do your part.
Can.
Come like if you're in
Can.
a job site, you gotta show you that your boss you're working.
Can.
You can't just be standing up there and every time you see it,
No, well, that will not be going on. That will be
uh,
going on. So when the city boss reach, they'll be like, "Hey, look busy, boy. Look like if you're doing something."
look right.
Yeah.
But you see, with we boss, it's different. So we boss
God.
always watching you.
God.
You
You see,
understand?
you can't hide. Well, go ahead with the precept.
You there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, we both different because he always watching you.
Can.
So you can't just wanna play looking busy. He doesn't know if you're busy or not.
Can.
And it is a scary thing because if you're not busy and you're just abusing the grace that you're receiving, he could take it from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not something to want for yourself.
Can.
So I see it happen already. Both of we see it happen already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a nice thing to see. It's really not a nice thing to see. And that's
Can.
why apostles be on men so much. They wouldn't want men to come into the fold and then get kicked out of the fold
Can.
because you have a worse judgment to receive.
Hmm.
How I always had to try to be diligent.
For real.
You know, so because I could feel how sorry on for our brother. The Lord fuck him up. I can't do nothing to help him.
Can.
Right? This it is it's Hebrews 4, start from 1. It says, let us therefore fear,
That is spirit.
lest a promise is a
I tell you, go ahead, you go ahead.
yeah, it says, let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, it said any of you should seem to come short of it. Because there is not something that you want to come short of.
Can.
You understand? You want to endure unto the end. It's not something that you want to, because in this world you'll be real diligent towards things. You'll be real diligent when people go to work, they just reach on time. You gotta do this, they just try to do it to the best of their ability. And this is the most important thing that you can do while you're alive.
Can.
So yes, the most high is that you always want the Lord to actually see some kind of diligence.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you want to see everything else you're off the mark. And then when you tell it to go and work, I put it to me now.
Hmm.
I'm so long outside today, but I feel I'm going to the
Can.
Psalm verse 2. It says, for unto us was the gospel preached,
Hmm.
as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith
Hmm.
of them that heard it. You understand? So they didn't really have that faith to endure unto the end. Like I
Can.
talk about with the virgins and the lamp,
Yeah.
they run out of oil.
Can. Can.
And that's something it had to pray that it do happen. It had to pray that it do happen, and it had to actually show the Lord that you would not like it to happen.
Can.
Because you can't be asking him for it, and then when you give the opportunity to show yourself approved, tired today as well. Imagine I had that thought pass through my head at that time, eh? Like how men might say, but today, yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow come, nah, boy, next week. And imagine something happens and you kneel down and pray. Kneel down and pray and say, oh gosh, help me, please. And I angel come to you and say, boy, next week for that, yes.
Can.
That make you shit yourself for that.
What?
Or you tell you know what?
Right.
Next month for that, yes. Yeah, that is not something you would want.
Can.
You'd feel like shit. And imagine you on the servant level and you'd feel like shit.
Hmm.
Imagine how your master will feel. You telling him some shit like that.
Can.
You're looking for slap.
Looking for next week.
Any more precepts?
Yeah, our precept here. They Proverbs 1 verse 7, right? It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools
Um,
despise wisdom and instruction. You know?
um,
And really and truly, we have to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know?
um,
And we
and
have
just
to
like when you talk about this many precept.
go ahead, yeah.
So go ahead, let me
No,
finish.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Just like when you talk about with instruction also. following instruction is a thing that men have a problem with sometimes.
And can
So
and
men have to be real humble when it comes to things like that.
can and that is what we was now talking about too. Follow instruction. What if the scripture said be diligent? That is an instruction. You know, that instructing you on doing
And
something.
yeah, how do you say properly just now?
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I say like the instruction away. You know, that is
Mm,
also being diligent because the scripture say to be diligent, that is instructing you to be diligent. You know, but
yeah,
fools despise wisdom and instruction. You
yeah.
know?
Like something is always had to be real mindful towards. Just
Uh,
like for example, the apostle say what minimum 3 videos is wise instructions.
can
You
um
understand? You gotta happen to things like that.
can
And then tell you to do certain things because you know they might be looking out for your well-being. Is wise instruction.
hmm. I have one more precept for you, boy. I know if you anything after that, but
Good.
there is Psalms 111 verse 10, right? It says the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. You know, so those that do his commandments, you have that understanding because we understand that we have to do the commandments. You know, so that's be a beautiful thing when you actually understand the scriptures. You know, then when you know you're doing something right because you'll be you'll be speaking the same thing as every other brother. Mightn't break it down the same way, but when you break down a precept, it will mean the same thing.
Um,
You know, so it'll
I
be a
think also
beautiful
say if
thing.
you talk about the fear of the Lord, that
Can
fear is also help to keep you in track.
can
Because even if you mightn't understand something properly, because of that fear, you will try to be in a proper accord
can
because you don't want that the Lord be upset with you.
can. Just like if you're on a job site, you would want to get fired.
Exactly. You didn't want the boss watch your cut eye.
Exactly. You know, far more for
That's a man
your
who go to
house.
work. Yes, Mr. Esau, sir.
Good. That you know, I know studying the concern intelligent. It's a it's a man will actually reach home from Esau work and go and study on how to improve Esau work
And
or
not
how
do what
to
I'm supposed to do.
exactly. You know, uh, I know if you have any more
If I say
precepts.
that, I'm, if I say that as you guys say, I say you're too tired. If Esau call you now and say 5,000,
Go on.
come on work. You got energy to go?
hmm. Can
You got
can
energy
can.
to go? But you're too tired.
Hmm.
Yeah, you does know.
Can
Yes, how the
can.
spirit does bear witness. But I
Hmm.
told you precepts I have there.
Yeah, I too.
So you got to close off.
Yeah. Once again, you have to give all
Right?
praises to
Um,
Yahweh. Why
uh,
Yahweh Shai?
uh,
You know,
I shy.
Shamra Kakodash. That belongs to the
After that.
apostles and the elders that rule well. You know, that pushing the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in all truth and sincerity, day in, day out, always give me that daily bread. You know?
And the time, my brother, GMS holding firm until the end. My brother Kwasha,
Yeah,
he said, he said Shalom. Right?
Shalom, Mark.
Shalom,
Shalom.
Mark.
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shem
Shemel Shai
Yahushua
Brakata.
Brakata. You know, yeah.
Right?
Salutation to the Akiyama across the globe. You know, that pushes the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in all truth and sincerity as well. You know,
Um,
Akiyama, we soon out of here, Abarataza. You know, we see the prophecies unfolding. You know, the time really to fast and pray, boy, and strengthen your spirits. You know,
Aye.
strengthen our brother as well. You know, any little thing, any way you see any area you see our brother weak, you know, you be that keeper, you know, and strengthen that brother. You know, so as I say, the time for we to fast and pray, to always be in that spirit
Um,
as much or as long as Yahweh see it fit. You know, again, we want to say Shalom. We hope this video was edifying.
Shalom.
After the Mosai, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahshai Brakatam.
Rocket.